Hey everybody, we are in the process of doing review videos for all of the different price tiers that we have in the shop. We did one for the violins under $1,000. There's a video for that here. And then a week or so later, we did the violins between $1,000 and $1,500. You can see that video here. This week, we are talking about the violins between $1,500 and $2,000. And man, are there some good instruments in that category. As a reminder, we're categorizing these by where the 4-string violin lands. If the 4-string violin of that particular variety is between $1,500 and $2,000, we'll talk about it today. These instruments are not in any particular order. It's just in the way that I laid them out here on the shelf to talk about. So let's grab the first one right here. This is the Yamaha SV250. The 250 is just under $2,000, so we're going to talk about that. This is the very famous Lindsey Stirling violin. This is what she plays. Also Kev Marcus with Black Violin and Christian Howes, the amazing jazz violinist. This is probably the lightest electric violin we carry, and one of the reasons they're able to keep it that light is that all the electronics are housed outside the violin in a control box. This is what the control box looks like. We've got volume, treble, and bass on the front here. You connect this to the instrument with a cable that they supply. Goes into here from the violin. It's also got a headphone out with its own volume control. And then we've got some controls on the side. There's a, if you want to tether yourself to the wall so you don't have to worry about the battery, you've got a power supply here. You've got a ground lift, and then there's a pad for the output if you need that. So this is all the electronics for the instrument, the preamp that's included with it. That's going to be in an external box from the instrument itself. There are 2 pickups in this instrument, one in the bridge and one in the body. And there's a blend knob here where you can blend back and forth between those two, kind of in any position between. When these come from Yamaha, they are not ready to play. They're in pieces. There's some assembly required. The bridge is going to be too tall to comfortably play the instrument. But we do a free setup for you here if you buy it at our shop. Our luthier hand shapes this bridge so that it feels really, really nice in the hand, and it's going to play just right. The next instrument we're going to talk about today is the Bone from ForteVio. It's a handcrafted piece of wood that he puts his proprietary pickup on. Really like these pickups a lot. Kind of like a bass bridge. These have a wheel under each side where you can adjust the height of each side of the bridge and kind of do your own little personal setup just the way you like it. There's a jack here in the back, which if you use a bud style wireless, it's going to hide very nicely right back here. There are no volume controls or anything on this, just super, super simple. It does, however, have planetary gear pegs in it, which are really, really nice. Next is the Earphonic from Cantini. These come in a bunch of different colors. I really like this particular one. It's called the King. These come again in 4 and 5 strings, as well as fretted or fretless. This has a magnetic pickup next to each one of the strings on here, and you can adjust string volume in the back, and it has a MIDI output on this. These are active instruments, so they do require a battery in the back, but they give a really nice clear tone, and the mag pickups make this kind of different from just about every other violin that we carry. Almost every violin that we carry has piezo pickups. Again, this one is magnetic. This is the OpenFab Strata violin. Really dig this. It's got a starfish pickup on it, and the headstock has a design that can just come off. It's held on there with magnets, and he makes custom pieces that can fit on there. This one also has geared pegs on it. It's a passive instrument. This one is listed as an acoustic electric. It's kind of not really technically acoustic electric. I don't know that you could perform with this not plugged in, but it does make a little bit more sound under the ear than a typical electric violin would. This is the Strikell electric violin, handmade in Argentina. It's got some really beautiful woods in the center, and then these 3D printed pieces around the side. These come in a number of different colors. It's got a starfish pickup on it. These are passive instruments, so no battery, no electronics to go bad or anything in here. And just really, really beautiful instruments that play super nice. And this is the NXTa by NS Design. This is the mid-tier instrument in their catalog. The Wave violin is the entry-level tier, and the CR is their top-tier instrument. So the NXTa is right in the middle. You can tell this one because it has 2 knobs and a switch. The Wave has just 2 knobs, and then the CR has 3 knobs and a switch. Let's talk about these. The first one is volume. The second one is tone. And then you can tell if I push this tone knob in or pull it out. If I pull it out, it activates a preamp that's inside here that is powered by a supercapacitor. Really kind of cool. It doesn't have a battery per se, but you can charge that supercapacitor with an included plug. Takes about 60 seconds to charge, and then that supercapacitor is going to give you 6 to 8 hours of playing time in active mode. If that supercapacitor happens to discharge all the way, with a lot of active violins, if the battery dies, you're dead in the water. With this one, you just press the button in, and now you're in passive mode instead of dead mode. This switch goes back and forth between Arco mode and Pitts mode, and we're going to leave that in Arco mode for the demo today. But we will demonstrate what the tone knob sounds like if you turn it up or down. The shoulder rest system is, of course, the NS Design proprietary system. This thing is mad adjustable. It can be adjusted very easily up and down. The angles can be changed. This angle can be changed. And of course, this piece is made out of aircraft aluminum, so you can bend it to make it more comfortable for you. This post is bendable, so it can be made more comfortable for you. This thing is really, really super customizable, and it's nice to be able to get a really nice custom fit of exactly how this instrument sits on your body. The setup for recording this video, we're going to run into a splitter, and we're going to record the direct sound of the instrument. I'll put a little bit of EQ and reverb on that, just kind of to taste. And then the other side of that signal is going to go to a Fishman Loudbox Mini that's sitting about 6 feet away from me here. There's a microphone in the room that you can hear me talking into. That's going to pick up a little bit of the sound of that amp. We'll blend those together pretty heavy on the pickup side, so it's going to be a lot more of what you're going to hear in an actual performance situation.